If you're struggling with low back pain, here are 3 of my favorite core exercises that will help boost your recovery and start your healing process. Hi, I'm Dr. Zach Ratliff at TruMotion Therapy in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we specialize in the treatment of musculoskeletal pain and injuries, meaning that our treatments don't entail surgical interventions, drugs, or long-term care plans. The first exercise we're gonna work on is called a dead bug. So I'm gonna show you a couple variations of it. So we're gonna start by laying on our back. We're gonna start by flattening our low back into the floor. So we're gonna rock our hips back. And then we're gonna bring our feet up and pull those lower ribs down. So you're gonna feel a little bit of a crunch pressure sensation in the core. And while we maintain that, we're gonna breathe down into our belly, keep that nice and stiff. And then we're gonna slowly take 1 foot at a time, just dropping it to the floor. And we just wanna make sure that we're not letting the low back come up off of the floor as we let that foot go. So we're just keeping core locked down as we drop that foot down toward the floor. And then as that gets easier, we can spread a little bit further with those feet until we're using kind of a straight leg. Another variation I like to use is using a weight above our head. And so it's something that you can kind of hold on to and almost feel like you're pushing up into. And it's just gonna help you create a little bit more pressure in that core and give you a little bit more control. The next exercise we're gonna do is a modified plank. So we're gonna start in an all fours position. And we're gonna walk the hands forward, and then we're gonna walk the knees back. So I want that shoulder, hip, and knee all in one straight line. So that's gonna keep our spine in a nice position. And then what we're gonna do is create our core pressure or our core engagement. So we're gonna tuck the tailbone underneath us, or in some sense, so it's tucking the tail or lifting your belt buckle. So we're gonna maintain that position of the low back being nice and flat. And then we're gonna create a little bit more pressure by trying to draw the heels of our hands toward our knees and then our knees toward our hands. And so you'll feel a nice little crunch in the core, and then you're just maintaining this position while you continue to breathe. If this starts to get easy, we can also add in variations where we lift one hand at a time, but nothing else about our positioning changes. So we don't want to see a sway of the body. So you're just trying to maintain that core or midline stiffness as we initiate a movement with it. The next exercise we're going to work on is a carry variation. So when we hold a weight asymmetrically, so on one side, it is our core that has to fill that gap to keep our spine organized and straight. So by holding a weight on that one side, that weight wants to pull me over. So by just maintaining this position, my core is engaged. Now we can easily progress this by walking with this weight, or you can even march in place. And the biggest thing is we're just trying to maintain our height and keeping our spine and torso nice and straight. And we're doing that by creating stiffness in the core. So doing this obviously on both sides is going to be a great way to stimulate some good core activation while also not having to bend and twist the spine too much, which can be really friendly when you're dealing with low back pain. I hope you found those core exercises helpful for managing your low back pain. Now, if you are still struggling with low back pain, or it is something that kind of frequently re-aggravates for you, I would encourage you to visit our website at TruMotionTherapy.com, where we have more resources, more videos, as well as the ability to schedule an appointment with one of our providers. And we would love to get you out of back pain and back doing the things that you love.